Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is AP where we discuss everything finance. Before we get started, I just want to ask everyone to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to support me, you can cash at me, or you can always send me a direct email, and the email will be in the description below. Once again, guys, this is AP. I'm super enthusiastic about discussing finance. I want to share the knowledge that I do have. I'm still learning, I'm still growing every day, but I want to share what I do know with you. Okay, guys, so I want to discuss retirement accounts. So, we've all been asked when we start a new position, would you like to invest in a 401k? The question is, what happens after we leave our job? What happens to that 401k? So you can either keep it in the 401k, invest it with the company that you work for. There's no harm in doing that. Or you can roll it over into a IRA account. Or you can roll it over to the new employer. But this time I chose to roll my old 401k into a rollover IRA. So it's a standard IRA, right? So one moment while I share my screen. Okay, guys, so here is my rollover IRA. It's not a huge account, but I just wanted to share what's in the account, what ETFs I invested in. Like I said, this is still a retirement account. It's just an old 401k that I converted to an IRA. The reason why I didn't take my old 401k with the previous company that I worked for and use my new company's 401k is because I wanted more control over my investments and the stocks that I invested in. And they say you can never time the market, but it's better to invest when things are down than just invest right away. So this isn't a huge account, but you can see the growth. So right now I have about 17.32% growth for my initial investment. I kept it simple. I invested in the total stock market, and I invested in the Fidelity 500 index fund. So this mimics the S&P 500. And I invested in the NASDAQ. Now, typically when you invest in the NASDAQ, you pay more fees because you're getting the top 100 companies instead of the top 500 companies. And those companies tend to outperform the rest of the market, but there's a lot of fluctuation in the price. So it's more volatile. As you can see here, my initial investment is $10,000 in the total stock market. And that's just the entire stock market. It's about a little bit over 5,000 companies. Then I took another $10,000, $10,002.62 to be exact, and I invested it in the S&P 500. Now, this ETF has performed consistently. Every now and then you'll have a down year. The stock market may crash like in 2008 or in 2022 when the stock market was down. But for the most part, the average return is about 10% over the past few decades. So this is safe for me. Like I said, this is a retirement account. We want growth. We don't want a lot of volatility. So I felt like this was safe. And then with the remainder, I had about $3,221 left over. So I invested it in the NASDAQ. And as you can see, slightly performing a little bit better than the S&P 500 or the Fidelity 500 index and the total stock market slightly, but it's more so, give or take a percent or so. It's about the same. So yeah, I'm comfortable with this. I have seen growth in the amount of $4,023.42. As of today, the stock market, it is recovering. Today is April 8th. So, we have the war with Iran. Today they said that they ceased fire. So hopefully we can continue this momentum and see gains for the remainder of the year. So, yeah, this is my rollover IRA. I have about a little bit over $27,000 in this account, and I'm just simply hoping for 10% return year over year until I retire. Hopefully, I can retire in the next, I would say, 20 to 25 years. So, this is a safe bet for me. I feel comfortable with this. Also, I would like to say that there are fees associated with any company that you work for. So I didn't want to fall victim to the fees. I like Fidelity. I feel like they have nice dividends, and I had a great experience with Fidelity in the past. So this is what I went with. If you do have an old 401k, my advice would be to not lose track of what's happening with your investments. My advice would be to at least roll it over into your new company's 401k or roll over it to an IRA, because you want to make your money work for you and not pay additional fees or risk the company changing investment accounts and you're just unsure what's happening and you're out of the loop. That is my 2 cents. But all right, guys, once again, thank you for tuning in to my channel where we discuss all things finance. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And also feel free to share your thoughts, any content that you would want to see. Please feel free to contact me directly via email. And I hope everyone has a blessed day. Thank you for tuning in. Ciao.